Hey YouTube, it's your girl Crystal here, doing a review for Black Ink Crew. I have been wanting to do reviews for a minute, but I've been a little leery of getting on the camera because I actually get a little shy when I get on camera. But I always watch all these different reviews, and I have some of my, favorite YouTubers like Bondi Blue and Forest Rocks and The Scorpion Show and Ashley Miller, and I always watch their reviews, and they're always really good. But you know how you watch a review and you be like, "Oh my God, I would have said that," or "I would have said this." So this is, my review for Black Ink Crew for the new season. So basically, it opens up, showing what everybody else has been doing. Puma is still married to Kwani. Cease and Duchess is still not together. They got the girl Sky, the Mixie from last season that was trying to mess around with Teddy. They got her working at the front desk now. Supposedly something happened with Cease's sister, and she's no longer working in the shop. And Cease is missing Duchess, and he's starting to not so much regret the fact that they broke up, or why they broke up, but he's missing her. He feels like he doesn't have his inspiration there with him anymore, and things like that. And Duchess goes to North Carolina, where she's from, to go home after the whole Jamaica trip to go and get her heart, her heart. Thank God, because I was so sick of hearing about her damn heart problems. Like, go and get it fixed. Like, ugh, can't take it. So she's finally gonna go get her surgery, thank God. Oh shit is still talking about this damn gun charge. Like, my whole thing is he going to jail? Is he not going to jail? I'm tired of hearing about this shit. Like, close that chapter immediately. So, yeah, that's what's going on with that. Sassy and Puma, over at Ink 124, and things are going good for them. And Mama Jones, Jim Jones' mother, comes and gets the Poom Kosh hands. I forgot how it goes, something like that, like 2 hands or something, Poom Kosh hands. And she wanted to get it near her pussy. Like, first and foremost, you got to be about 60 years old. Why are you trying to get a tattoo next to your vagina? Who is going to be down there looking at that? Like, I don't know woman or man who was going to be tattooing that next to somebody's grandmother's pussy. No. So, she comes and gets the tattoo. She wanted Duchess to do it. She told her that Duchess wasn't there anymore or whatever. And so, she had to pick somewhere else to tattoo it, because he was like, I'm not tattooing it there. So she gets it on her back. It looked alright. When tattoos are first done, they still kind of red and stuff. So it looked alright. I thought it was cool. What else happened? Yeah, so Duchess comes back from North Carolina, like, sees her, she was back in town or whatever. So he goes over to see her. And my whole thing is, if you are not prepared to come at her correct, then why would you come at her at all? Like, he comes in there on some real, like, nonchalant, immature shit. Like, he's sitting in the chair talking to her like a little kid, like, oh, so I was thinking, I was wondering if you would go on a date with... Like, come on. Like, after the whole situation, now, don't get me wrong, Duchess was all the way out of pocket last season. All the way out of pocket. But, I just feel like if he was trying to, get her back, come correct. So, whatever, he asked her to go on a date. She was like, I'll think about it. And then in her confessional, she confessed that last season she had a miscarriage. And she felt like Cease wasn't there for her when she was going through everything. And I was like, that's kind of crazy, Maybe that had a lot to do with why she was going as crazy as she was last season. Because, she was hurting, so she wanted everyone else to hurt too. Some people are like that. They can't, just hold in what's going on with them. Everybody else got to feel what they feeling. So, she admitted that. And it kind of made me feel bad for her, because last season, I couldn't stand Duchess. I couldn't stand her ass. Oh, she was too much. So, Hold on, let me fast forward through this a little bit because I was watching it on TV. So let me fast forward through this a little bit so I can see what I'm missing. Oh yeah, so finally they meet up. Duchess and C's meet up at Sylvia's in Harlem for a dinner, and she brought her mother with her, which I honestly think might have been a good idea. Oh, my arm is hurting. Which I think is probably a better idea than them meeting just alone, because of the fact that, you know, the mother served as like a mediator, and it didn't end up in a situation where it was like a big ass argument. You know what I'm saying? She kind of mediated the situation. And, you know, that just basically told him that she felt like he wasn't there for her when she was going through the miscarriage. And he was like, you know, it wasn't so much that I wasn't there for you, but she was willing to die to have his baby. And the baby, you know, because they said the baby was in her fallopian tube. So it was either she had the baby and die, or have, you know, or have an abortion. But she ended up having a miscarriage anyway. But he was like, you know, I don't like the fact that she was willing to die to have his baby, and, you know, she was willing to put her life on the line. And I think his whole thing was that he didn't want anything to happen to her. But because of the fact that he wasn't able to verbalize that the right way, it came off as, why are you trying to have this baby? Da-da-da-da-da. So she just took it as, like, he wasn't happy about the baby, but he was happy about the baby, but he didn't want her to die for them to have a baby. So, whatever. So they made up, they kissed or whatever. That was, you know, a cute little scene with the mother. And then, oh shit, his baby mother. Oh my God, Kathy wears me thin. She wears me thin. This bitch be over, like, just over the top.com, and she's always doing all of this stuff in front of her son, and their son is old enough to realize what's going on. Like, she always crying and arguing with oh shit in front of the little kid, and it's like, he's not 2 or 3 years old. Like, he's old enough to know what's going on. Stop having these arguments and these temper tantrums in front of him, because then it looks like, oh, every time mommy and daddy are around each other, daddy always makes mommy cry. You know what I'm saying? So it makes oh shit look bad. So anyway, so they're arguing because of the fact that earlier in the episode, oh shit he has like Kathy's initials in Chinese lettering on his chest. So he wanted a dragon tattoo to match the one he has on the other side to cover over her initials. So he sent her the picture of it or whatever. So when she came to the shop, she was like, oh, so I saw that you covered my she came to the shop to pick up their son, and she was like, oh, I see that you covered over my tattoo. And he was like, yeah, I want to cover it up because I plan on proposing to Ani. I think that's her name. Ani, whatever. His new girlfriend, the new girl that he done got knocked up. He condoms. Oh shit, like he just doesn't believe in condoms. So she was in her feelings about that, and she was like, you know, do you really think that you want to be starting a new family? You don't even have your current family in order, and, you know, you barely take care of your son, and I could put you on child support, but I haven't, and you should be thankful for that, and blah, blah, blah. And he was like, you work a freaking part-time job. Like, you only work 3 days a week. My son is well taken care of. I try to spend as much time with him as I can, but you don't like him at the shop. So in order for me to be able to take care of my son, I gotta work. I work at the shop. If you don't want him here, then I have to see him when I can. You know what I'm saying? For me to still be able to take care of him, you know, and have a job. Like, she just be acting retarded. So she started crying and all this other bullshit. So then she goes in the room, like, talking to her son, like, come on, let's go, while she's wiping tears away. So he's kind of like, you know, what's going on or whatever. So she's walking out crying. And one thing I freaking hate is when parents walk with their children behind them. Like, anybody can come and grab your child up and you wouldn't even know. She's so busy crying and being in her feelings that she walks off out the shop crying, and the son was still in the shop for mad long after she left, and she didn't even know. And like, you walking off having your temper tantrum, and somebody could have grabbed your son up. Like, ugh, immature ass, young ass fucking parents. So anyway, so what else happened? Oh yeah, so then Puma, was talking about how things is the Ink 124. He had his little, launch party or whatever. He had a good ass turnout, and it's cool to see a lot of people. Cause I live in New York, so it's good to see that many people together and not have no drama. I don't know what happened when the cameras turned off, but I'm pretty sure if there was a fight or something, VH1 would have caught it. So he had a good turnout. A really good turnout or whatever. And he was showing the shop looks real nice. So, real nice. And him and Kwani are doing good. They still beefing with her mother because ever since Puma and her mother got into the argument, her mother won't watch the baby and Puma doesn't want the baby in the shop. So when Kwani, has to do something, it's hard for them to find somebody to watch the baby. I guess because Sassy works in the shop too, because Sassy is to me his godmother. I guess you can't really get her to watch her either because of the fact that she's at the shop and he doesn't want the baby at the shop. So she was like, you need to sit down and talk to my mother and we need to get all this squared away. First of all, no disrespect, but Kwani's mother is a fucking bitch. That lady is crazy as hell. She is very immature. She always jumping up in his face. Like, at your age, you can't deal with something without getting into a fight. Like, you are entirely too old for that. And I swear, I don't want to disrespect nobody's mother. But if Kwani doesn't see that something is wrong with her mother, like, come on. Don't let her wedge, in between you and your husband. Like, when you get married, you're one. So there's no way that from the footage and everything that she can't see that her mother be ODing. So he decides to go and meet with the mother. He's, telling her, I want us to work this out or whatever. And I don't want all the craziness around my daughter. I do want my daughter to have a relationship with her mother. And when Kwani was pregnant with Tamia, you said to me, you was like, she's pregnant, you got to do what you got to do to take care of my daughter. And I did that. I proved that I was responsible enough to do what I had to do. And you still don't have no respect for me, and all I ask is that you respect me. And it's like, come on, he did you told him what you wanted him to do. He did what he had to do, and you still being disrespectful. Like, so and then she threw in his face that, when you was dealing with your stuff with your mother, who did you call? You called me. And he was like, I can't believe she threw that in my face. Like, I reached out to her because she was the closest thing to a mother that I had. And then for her to throw that back in my face, like, that's crazy. So then I forgot what happened. And I think he said something to the effect of, well, if things is going to keep going like this, I don't know if you're going to... I don't know. He said something to her. She jumping out her seat. Like her boyfriend on holding her back. Like, miss, you too old for that. You are entirely too old to be acting like this. Like, come on. When you going to grow up? When you gonna grow up? So basically, they didn't solve nothing. She was too busy acting crazy. And I quite frankly think that she's jealous of the fact that Puma was able to do for her daughter the things that she wasn't able to do. Not to say that she didn't raise her up good enough, because obviously Kwani got a good enough head on her shoulders and her mother raised her or whatever. But I think that she was mad because of the fact that, she didn't expect him to do the turnaround that he did. She expected him to fail and for her to have to come in and pick up the pieces, and that wasn't the case. So now that he did exactly what you asked him to do, now you're jealous of the fact that they have a loving marriage and he's on this show and he's brought Kwani on the show and they're both getting all this attention and he's, a good father. I think that she's jealous. So I don't know why she would be jealous. That should be something that you should be proud of, but young-minded people. Let me see what else happened. Let me see. I think that was pretty much it. But yeah, oh shit is still dealing with his stupid ass case because of the fact that when the girl Casey came to town, he wasn't there to meet up with her for them to for her to be his character witness. She was said that she wanted to meet up with him to talk, and his ass is being retarded, and he didn't meet up with her. And Oh yeah, and Duchess came to the shop and sat with everybody and was saying how she was so hurt that when last season, or when she was there over the summer, whatever, nobody had her back, and that she wants to fix things with everybody. She doesn't want to feel like everybody's coming at her, and she wants to mend her relationships with people. And Walt was in the confessional like pretty much like, so what Duchess is this today that we talking to? Like, she just, I hope that she really means what she says, because last season she was straight tripping. But this season, it's gonna be pretty good. It's gonna be pretty good. But is it just me, or does it seem like this season came back so fast? Like, it seemed like the other season just ended like a few months ago, or maybe I'm bugging. I don't know. But that's my review. Rate, like, and subscribe, and I'll be back with other reviews. I'll keep doing the Black Ink Crew and whatever new shows come up. If I'm interested in it, I'll do it, and I'll be doing some hair reviews and things like that too. So, deuces.